So taking a look at a dryer that was removed, in this particular case, it had a dryer fire, but that's not why I want to talk about it. I want to point out to people, this damper right here that's over the fan, this damper should go open when you've got the fan running, and it should blow your exhaust air out and through the stack and out into the outside world. But if you notice, this damper can get, it doesn't quite close flush on one side, and it can open and close. And if you notice the gaps, you might notice condensation coming into your dryer. Part of that is because when you got blowback coming back down through the exhaust vents from other dryers, especially if you've got a common connection amongst your dryers, this is what's going to happen, where you've got then air going back in this way and flowing the opposite way, and then that's why you get condensation inside. So sometimes when you've got that on your dryers, when you come in and you see that there's condensation on the doors, check this vent. Yeah, it may mean you have to take off some of the duct work and things here, unfortunately. But if you've got, this is broken, if it's not sealing right, you either have to replace this, or you can get an additional one that goes on top of it and goes in the stack somewhere, whether it's here or whether it's above the machine or somewhere else. But you want to add that damper in there to prevent backflow from getting into your dryers, because it'll have condensation. It'll cause the dryer to not heat fast enough, the clothes not dry fast enough, and you'll get sail switch errors and all kinds of other goofy stuff. Not to mention it'll help fill up the lint trays. You'll see rust and things like that as well develop from the moisture coming back in through your dryer. I've seen dryers that have all kinds of rocks literally on top of these things, so make sure that you're checking that. Like I say, if you've got condensation coming back in through your dryer, it's because you got airflow coming back into the dryer, and that's not good. So make sure you check these dampers. Here's an example of what I was talking about with that duct. You notice how much it seals better? That's what your damper should look like. So this is an example of what that damper should look like when it's brand new. Notice how it can seal, how it's nice and clean, and especially how the insulating tape around the inside here is nice and clean. That'll keep it, it'll be nice and it'll seal just properly all the time then. But that's the other thing that sometimes happens, is then everything else is fine, this might be perfectly clean, but the tape, the insulating tape around here, that gets broken down, and then this doesn't close.